Okay. We're back for another deck list. We did the deck list of evil of the Demon Lords. Now let's flip it over to the other side, not the table, and talk about Drazel and the Royal Knights. So, starting with the eggs, BT23 King Drazel being the only egg for starters. Having 3 your turn effects from the breeding area. All your Digimon cannot Digivolve for starters. Your turn, when you play a Royal Knight Digimon or Royal Knight trait Digimon, then for every source that it has, including the Royal Knights, you reduce Digivolution cost by 1, but the main one is reduced by 4, then 5, 6, 7, all the way through. And then start of your main phase, you absorb the top egg from your breeding, from your egg deck, and all Royal Knight trait Digimon that are on the field. Then the inheritables are when you use an option card, or when an option card with the Royal Knight trait is placed in the battle area, you gain a memory. So things like the Sanken Mappa, you wouldn't use it because it doesn't get played in the battle area. It gets used and straight to trash. So this doesn't work, but the rest of them that we have in the deck does work. Yeah, on to our new level list. King Drazel. We're running 3 copies. I wouldn't mind running 4, but we only pull 3. Hand main effect, you can place this underneath King Drazel in the breeding area to draw a card for the cost of 3. Then on the field, all turns, when any of your Digimon with the Royal Knight or the CS trait, which funny enough, King Drazel does have the CS trait, you can spend this Digimon and it gains a buttload of stuff like Rush, Raid, Reboot, and Blocker. So it can attack the turn it's played. Start board controlling. This makes Royal Knights a bit more broken. And because it isn't a Royal Knight, it stays on the board. It's one of the very few things that actually stays on the board. Then the inheritable breeding start of main phase. If this Digimon has 6 or more Digivolution cards, you can play 1 Digimon card with the King Drazel in any of these from the breed from the breeding area without paying the cost. So you can literally do additional draws very early in the game, then play this out and have it ready to start giving a buttload of effects to all your Royal Knights. Then on the level 3s, we're only running 2. We're running 2 of the structure deck, System on blocks. We trash a card, we draw 2. That's it. And it's decoy for, well, as long as you have a Royal Knight or Huckmon, it gives decoy to red and blue, which is most of our Royal Knights. Song came on right there. Then we're running 2 of the new System on CLs. I don't know if I've actually done a deck list prior to my old Royal Knight deck, but I did run Porcupine for the floodgate control, where this does the exact same thing. It's a System on, happy days. But the fact that it's also a blocker, and then all turns when this Digimon is suspended, we de-Digivolve one of my opponent's Digimon. This felt like a better option. So yeah, on play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with play cost 4 or less, which is any floodgate Digimon, because they're all rookies. Yeah. Then we're running 4 copies of the BT23 mechas. On play, draw 1. On deletion, you can place 1 card, 1 Digimon card with the Royal Knight trait from your hand to the bottom of one of your King Drazels in the breeding area. That's it. Then, our last level, or our last set of Omecamons, we're running 3 copies of. Same again, blocker, so we have that additional protection for the security. On play, if you have one of your security, you can this Digimon can digivolve into only one X antibody, ignoring digivolution requirements and without paying the cost. On deletion, you can place this Omecamon into your King Drazel into the breeding area without paying the cost. And then in the breeding area in the opponent's turn as the inheritable, when a security card is removed, you suspend your King Drazel and split this back out. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it does have in its text as a ruling that this is treated as the X antibody, as in the option card X antibody. Now, our last level 4s, we're only running 3 copies of the Magnamon. I ran the original BT23 Magnamon as a 3-all and found it pretty okay for me, because either I wanted to see this or Coalboy at the beginning, so not seeing this wasn't a problem. But yeah, Blocker, Armor Purge, on play, draw 1, so we don't have to wait for the absorption or leaving the battle area to get that draw. We just get it straight away. Happy days. And then when your Digimon with the Royal Knight or the CS trait can be returned to hand or deck by your opponent's effects until the end of their turn, until their turn ends, which does give this a pseudo protection as well, which is great. So we can play this out, and if they try and use an option card to get rid of it, it's it's going nowhere. It's going underneath Drazel at the start of my turn, but until the end of your turn, it's going nowhere. Then on the R1-offs, well, onto a one-off, Medieval Gallant. I like trying to play decks as a pure, as pure can be, and I know this Medieval Gallant doesn't have the Royal Knight trait, but it does help with that wee bit of extra protection. I know there's a lot of people playing this as like a 3-all and stuff like that, which is understandable, but I don't mind not seeing it. I don't mind not having it in the deck. If I do have it, it's a nice bonus, but I'm not going to stress out not seeing this. So 1-all, it's okay. It's like Calling from the Darkness or Jack's Raid or Ice Wall for me. It's, I don't mind keeping it as in the deck as a 1-all. But yeah, when this would be played by spending 2 Digimon, both either on your side or your opponent's side, or one of each. You get the reduce its play cost, playing it for 7. Triggering the alternate effect, you activate the Win Digimon effect to whenever a Digimon is played, you get to play the Win Digimon effect to suspend something, then delete something with 8,000 or less. Then for each Digimon that is suspended, you add 3,000 in it. So you've already spent 2, so it's plus 6. So you can delete something with 14,000 DP. I think I did that math right. 3, 6, 6, 6, 12, 13. Yeah, 14,000. And it stays on the board. Now, on to our level 6s. Well, we're on our level 6s, but yeah. We're still running 2 copies of the BT19 Lord Knight one. I still think this one is better. You'll see not a lot of new CS stuff or the new BT23 stuff is in this, because I like board control decks, so I don't mind not having, say, I don't mind not running Examon in this, because I know it can do a lot of damage and not a lot of control. But yeah, don't wanna. Just don't wanna. Lord Knight on play. You may play one level 4 or lower Digimon from your trash without paying the cost. Opponent's turn, when an opponent's Digimon attacks, you can redirect it into any Royal Knight, or with Knightmon and Royal Knight trait Digimon, so you can redirect it to itself, or Omnimon, or into Magnamon. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's just another Royal Knight game. Then we are running 2 copies of the new Craniumon from BT23. It doesn't have an on play, which is fine. It has Revisit and Blocker. When any of your Digimon or your Tamers would leave the battle area by your opponent's effects by suspending this Digimon, one of those Digimon or Tamers don't leave. So, oh, we're going to get rid of Goldboy? No, you don't. I was like, oh, you're going to get rid of Craniumon? No, you don't. Oh, you're going to get rid of something else? No, you don't. So yeah, it does actually protect Medieval Galantmon as well. All turns when this Digimon suspends, delete all your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. So it's like, do this! No. And by the way, blow up all your stuff. The lowest play cost stuff. Do it. Do it. Then we're running 2 copies of Elfamon from BT20. Just for the barrier recovery one, all turns, when a security stack is removed, we get the minus 8,000 something. The inheritable doesn't really come up because we don't like DNA in the Oryuka mode is. So we'll not really go through that part. We don't really Digivolve in the level 7 to be fair. But yeah. Same again, recovery. I like recovery, especially if the game goes on too long. I can just spit this out, recover. Then we're running 2 copies of the new Jessamon. I was shocked that we actually pulled 2, but yay! 2 down, 4 to go for the main Jessamon deck, so we're not going to be showing that deck list for a while until we get 4 copies of Jessamon. But yeah, it has Rush, Alliance when Digivolving, when attacking. Yeah, we're not going to worry about the when Digivolving, but because it does have Rush, we can play it out. If it's still our turn, we swing, we trigger the when attacking. We can play a Sistermon with a different name that's on the board from our hand or trash without paying the cost, or we can play a token, the Ortho Ray Import token, with Reboot, Blocker, and Decoy for red and black. In your turn, when any of your other Digimon are played, this Digimon may attack. This might come in, come at the end of game when you spit it out with Omnimon, play everything out, then this can attack, play token, excuse me, play token, Alliance, so what, 2 checks, 18,000, big beefy Jessamon. And one up against trash playing, and I don't mean trash talking or something like that, but trash play. So purple based. I actually took out the BT13 and the promo Galantmon for the new Galantmon. I didn't think this was good because I didn't read it, and then I read it and went okay. But on play and when Digivolving until your opponent's turn ends, their effects can't play Digimon or Tamers from the trash. And on play, when Digivolving, when attacking, not once per turn, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8,000 DP or less. For each of their Digimon and Tamers, add 2,000 for the effect. Hoodiemon. Play out, delete, swing, when attacking, delete. Start getting rid of their board a wee bit if they're not playing the Hoodiemon look, because that, once they start, it's hard to. Once they pop, they just can't stop. That's the expression I was looking for. And I did like the new Genko one, but I still like the old BT13 Genko one. As I say, I like board control and board presence, so getting the on play without paying the cost, I can play a Royal Knight Digimon that isn't Genkomon or Omnimon from a King Drazel from its sources, or play a Sistermon from trash. Most of the time we're just going to be playing, say, like Leopardmon or Lord Knightmon to start building a board back up again, or something that's going to, like Jessamon with the Rush. Anything that needs to be served for that specific reason. I still like this. 13k blocker is still not bad. I'll be honest, it's still not bad. And because I am a green player at heart, I couldn't dwindle this down to 2. I had to keep it as a 4. I know I could use the Leopard 1 Ace, but I like BT13 Leopard 1. I get to play it out. I trigger the main phase. I get to play out, say, Magnum 1 for a reduction cost. Play with a reduction cost or anything like that. And then all turns, when a Digimon is played, a green Digimon or Royal Knights played, all your Digimon gains blocker. So yeah, I still like this one. It's hard to give it up for like Leopard 1 Ace. I feel like there's too many aces in the deck so far. It's just gonna turn, I worry in like 2 years time, it's not gonna be just Royal Knight, it's gonna be Ace Knights. It's not even Royal Knight, Ace Knights. We're just gonna ace with everything because it's cheaper. Then we did run 2 Alpha Mono Ryukin Aces, but we're running 1 now because we wanted the space for the new stuff. On play when Digivolving, -16 to one of your opponent's Digimon. All turns when a security card is removed, you gain 3 memory. You can see why we wanted to run 2 of these. Then we're running 1 Jesmon GXS. Same again, most of these are going to be for either board control and additional name underneath. On play when Digivolving, when attacking once per turn, you can place a Royal Knight trait card from your hand or trash underneath this and delete an opponent's Digimon with equal or less DP than this. And then when attacking, you get the this Digimon unsuspends then for every 2 Royal Knight traits in its sources, you trash top of your opponent's security. Not really going to come up because we don't really ace Digiball or DNA or anything. It's just, yeah. Then on their other level 7s, we're running 2 Omnimon X antibodies. On play, we get the, well, if Omnimon or X antibodies in this Digimon's Digivolution card, I get to choose one of my Digimon, I get to choose one of my opponent's Digimon. Then the rest of the Digimon are deleted, then bottom deck one of my opponent's Digimon. So if we're just hard playing this out, we're only getting the second half, bottom deck opponent's Digimon. If we're getting it with the Omekamon effect, the Digiball for 0, on our opponent's turn, we get the full effect. Then end of your turn, one of your Digimon gains Rush and can attack without suspending, which is most of the time we're doing it on this just because it has raid, piercing and blocker, 16k, swing, security, trigger raid over anything that's big and bulky or whatever's left on the board, pierce through, do the check. This is still standing to be a blocker. And we are running 2 copies of the Crimson Mode Ace. I wanted to get rid of these in the deck, but I like the option to have them. The deck doesn't need them, but it's nice to have an ace mechanic that's going to stay on board and do damage. So yeah, not Royal Knight, so it'll never be absorbed by Drizzle. On play when Digivolving, delete up to 15,000 DP. So it's not just one Digimon, you can get rid of a lot of tiny Digimons. You know, like 30 Digimons. Just blow up to 15k worth of them. And then, because it stays on the board, when attacking, for every 10 cards in both players' trash, you trash the top card of your opponent's security. So, same again, this stays on board, you swing when attacking, oh, you've got 15, I've got 5, that's 20, we're going to trash 2, hit for 15. Kind of helps with it. Then, even though it's not really needed in the deck no more, and I could reduce this down to 3, but we're still running a full playset of Omnimon from BT13. By mid-game, we don't need that many names underneath them with a couple of cool boys on the field, or even a Leopardmon played out from underneath, trigger Leopardmon effect with Drizzle effect, play out Omnimon early. everything gains blocker, play out everything. So on play, either you can delete an opponent's Digimon, or you can play out all different name Royal Knights from underneath your Drazel, then delete that Digimon. The easiest way I can say that without being tongue twisted trying to read a script. Then all your Digimon for the turn gain rush. So even if you play them out afterwards, so like say Sistermons, Omecamons, whatever, they're all going to have rush swing for you. And on the Art Gamers, we're only running 3 of them. Coolest up boys. Probably the only alt art in the deck. Don't really care for it. It's not Bloom Lord, it's not Demon Lords. Doesn't have Lord. If I could swap this out for a regular art, and then if I'm over regionals, I would happily sell this and just buy a regular copy of Cowboy. But this Cowboy is pretty Cowboy for this deck. Sorry, bad pun. I know. But yeah, your turn. When any of your Digimon with the Royal Knight trait are played or Digivolve, you suspend the gain a memory, draw a card. Then opponent's turn, when any of your Digimon with the Royal Knight trait would leave the battle area, you can play an Omecamon from your hand without paying the cost. Yeah! Either we're going to draw or we're going to block. Then we are running the now restricted to 1 Purge of the Royal Knights. I'm never going to say Royal Knights of the Purge. Purge of the Royal Knight. Not Royal Knight of the Purge. But yeah, on play, our main effect, draw 1, place a Royal Knight up, put your hand underneath Drazel. Then delay effect, trash, play out a Royal Knight from Drazel, from the breeding area, gains rush, does not gain its own play effect. You're starting to see why Leopard 1's still in there. You see. Yep, same as I do for everything. Tamer security effects. Play without pay. The security effect on the Purge of the Royal Knights. Security effect, play without pay. Just place it in the battle area. You don't get any effects, you just get to place it in the battle area. Then we are running 4 copies of the Last Guardian. One of the best searchers for the deck. Reveal top 3, add 1 Cowboy, add 1 card with the Royal Knight or the X antibody trait among them, so that does allow you to grab your own Mechamons. The only thing it doesn't grab is Drazel, Sistermons, that's it. Or, Medieval Golem, but we already said it's not a Royal Knight, so we're not going to worry about that. But then return the rest of the bottom of the deck, then place this on the board. All turns with any of your Digimon with Omnimon would leave the battle area. If you trash this card from the battle area, it doesn't leave. So good luck trying to get rid of that Omnimon X. Then security effect, you can play 1 Omecamon or Cowboy from your hand or trash without paying the cost, then place this card in the battle area. So yeah, that was Royal Knights. Whenever it came out in BT23, I knew it was a gimmick deck. I still wanted to build it. I was still exceptionally new to the game, and everyone in our friend group basically had a Royal Knight claimed as their main Digimon or their main protagonist deck. So I thought it'd be nice to be like Digimon Assemble instead of like Avengers Assemble for all our friends. So we did have like All Force for a friend of ours in Denmark, Omnimon for a friend from England, then Alphamon for a buddy of ours from the shop and stuff like that, and so on and so on. Everyone had like their own Royal Knight deck going at one stage, and I thought this would be a nice homage to the group. But yeah, I hope you liked and enjoyed the deck list video. I know I did. Yeah, as I said, we had Evil yesterday. being the 7 Great Demon Lords. Today we have the good Royal Knights, supposedly. But until next video, guys, I'll catch you all later.